What is the name?
My name is Mohit.
Mohit, please tell me about yourself.
I live in Begum, Madhya Pradesh with my family. There are four family members, including me, my father, my mother, and my sister. About my qualification, I had recently completed my graduation in BTech Computer Science from RGPV University and pursuing my internship for the last 6 months as a front-end developer in ProSkill.
Okay. So, what are your weaknesses?
My English is not so good, and I am working on it.
What are your strengths?
I'll have to. My strengths: I am self-disciplined, self-oriented, and self-orientation person.
What are your weaknesses?
Um, my English was not so weak, but I am working on it.
Okay. So, Mohit, are you a fresher or do you have any experience?
I am experienced. I have done 6 month internship as a front-end developer in ProSkill.
No. So, have you made any project?
Yes, I have created the clone of the India's most trending website, Zomato. Its features are authentications, payment gateways, and filtering of the food and restaurants. That site is basically work of the site is to deliver food from restaurant to the customers.
So, what are the languages you are proficient in?
I am proficient in React.Js, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and in verbal language I am proficient in English and Hindi.
Okay. So, what are the features of React?
Features. React's main feature is it is easy to use. It is an open source framework of JavaScript which is used to create beautiful and amazing UI UX designs. Its main features, second main feature is the component. We can create as many component as we want of critical pages or complex pages and make it or reuse it as we want.
So, what is the difference between props and state?
Props are the basically with the help of the props we pass the data from parents to the childs and we render it inside the component. And in the state we store the data as a variable and we can change the value of the variable dynamically and render it.
What is stateless and stateful components?
The components in which the state are not present and on they are only static or we can pass the data by the props they are stateless components and in which contains states and we can change data in it by dynamically or render it that are stateful components.
What is GSX?
CSX is the JavaScript XML. In this, we can directly use the JavaScript inside our HTML page. That that's help us to eliminate functions like create element or append child.
What are constructors?
Constructors are the basically the object constructor because with the help of which we can construct new objects with a predefined type or interface.
Okay. What is the use of use effect hook?
Use effect hook is the hook
Mhm.
of the functional component. When we
Mhm.
startly render the component,
Mhm.
its main feature is that, and it also contains dependency array, which includes variable. And when there is smaller change in the variable, the whole use effect route works. It may contain functions or predefined values.
Okay. What is use memo?
Use memo is used to store the heavy task or heavy calculations of the CPU so that our projects don't get that much load again and again, or our project get low. That's why I
Okay.
use Memo.
What are fragments?
Fragments are the small part of code which we use it again and again.
Okay. What is higher order function?
High order function, or we can say high order components, are the components which will return the another component. That is basically used to verify that there is token or not in the React.
What is hosting?
If there is no token, we can restrict the render of the page.
What is hosting?
Sorry, can you repeat it?
What is hosting?
What is hosting?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. What is higher order function?
High order function is the high order components which return the components. We will basically use this to verify the tokens or other things. If we don't have the token, it will restrict the redirect or rendering of the page.
What is API?
API is an application program interface. It is a small part of the code which is used to connect the client database, client server, client side to the server side. Or we can send requests from it and get data from the database.
What is API?
Sorry,
What is API?
API. API is an application programming interface that is a small code which is used to connect the front end from the database or the server.
What is the use of GitHub?
GitHub is the storage where we can manage our projects or repositories. With the help of that, many people's work from their convenience in a single project.
So we have a GitHub account.
Yes, I have a GitHub account.
So why we use git push and git pull?
Get pull is basically for the to get the current code. If
Mhm.
maybe someone pushed it or we don't have the latest code, so we pull it from the Git account and paste it to our and local account,
Mhm.
or we can say in the local storage. And when we modify the code, we will push it so that everyone will be able to view it or copy it to its account.
Okay. What are the limitations of React?
React's limitation is the basically it's a library, not a full-fledged framework. So sometimes it's complex. We have to learn other third party modules to maintain it.
Okay. Mhm. What is the purpose of pure components in React?
Sorry, no idea.
What is the difference between proxy and ref?
Proxies are the basically another server which use to hide our IP address. If we want the get the data, we will go through that proxy server first, and then we go to the actual server. And about the reference, we use about in the buttons and another divs to to check or notify its behavior. Just like we will set the use ref in the buttons, when it changes, we can apply some function or other things.
How is virtual DOM is different from the real DOM?
In the real DOM, the actual fully pages is re-rendered for the small change. But in the virtual DOM, actual DOM does not change, only the small part of the virtual DOM changes, and after that it will reflect in the whole page.
Can you explain the concept of SSR,
Sorry, no idea.
server side rendering?
Server side rendering. When we render something or we can request the HTML pages. It will get load in the server side, it has been sent it to the then it has been sent it to the server client side. So it is faster than the client side server.
Okay. So what is the name of the company you're working for?
Sorry.
What is the name of the company you're working for?
Uh, I am working for the ProScale Hub, which is situated in the Riva, Madhya Pradesh, and I am working as a front-end developer in that company.
What is the working schedule there?
I am work from 9 to 6, including lunch.
Okay. So why do you want to switch the company?
Uh, in that company, I get an amazing team, but at present, I feel like I am at the saturation point of my knowledge, so I want to explore more about my field. That's why I want to switch the company.
Okay. Why did you choose React as your front-end language?
React main function is easy to use, and second main feature is its GSX, which will we can directly implement the JavaScript in the complex HTML pages. Its main feature it is main feature because even a beginner with a smaller amount of knowledge of JavaScript can able to use the React, but rather than other frameworks, they are more typical than the React. So that will be better. That's why I will choose it.
So what is the salary expectation?
Uh, as per my experience and as I search for my field, I'm expecting 6 lakhs per annum.
Okay. Done.